All right. Studio.
Code with me doesn't work for whatever reason.
Okay. Maybe I can
Ah,
start.
okay, I see.
Huh?
I need to have rover turned on. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome.
Okay. Where's the file? This is the thingy. Let me put it on LinkedIn and Twitter.
We need to somehow improve this.
Mm-hmm.
ID error cured.
It doesn't work. Or
Code with me.
should I start a new
I
session?
don't know,
Or?
am I here? I don't know.
You seem to be there.
It's nice. Cool. Yeah, I can see you. I can see you. That's good. Let me.
Good. Let me know if you need some adjustments here. Maybe we can wait a bit. A minute or so. 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Wait for what?
Yeah, to just give a chance to someone to join maybe in a minute or two, if they like.
I mean, they can always join. We don't have to wait for anyone.
Okay.
Or do you plan to stop streaming or close the room? I don't know.
No. I just meant like to give them a second to start from scratch what we are doing. So we had this screens idea how to do them with our mini framework to be. And this is where we are at the moment, right? We left off with the router and the routes in our main function. Let's see. We were dealing with this boxing and unboxing of the traits, but seems to have some solution that kind of works. We will iterate on it.
Boing. Yeah, just a second. I'm publishing link. Yeah, I hope this works. I don't know. Alrighty. Where we at?
Exactly. So we started with our router and the routes. We defined some set of routes here, like a hello route and a settings route. And we defined for each of the routes, we give it a name, input handler, and a view handler. I think with the latest we were dealing with was these renderers.
Maybe we could break it down into files, because currently everything is in main arise. Let's make some modules or something.
We can try.
I would say let's put router in one file And then
see.
routes and the renderer and whatnot in other file. So that in the main RS we have just the main function.
So router, right? Router. Did I load it here? I think we need to, yeah, exactly. We need to load it and then we can start moving stuff there. Implementation of router. We have two implementations of router. Okay, we can check why is that the case.
What? Two implementations of router? No, we have one. We have one thread, a renderer for.
I think we need to move this thingy here.
Implementation route. Fact implementation. We had two implementations? No.
Yeah, for some reason.
Doesn't matter.
A route, I will move the route as well. And there is implementation of the route. Is there any issues there? Probably not. Route, and we need to start making things public. Yeah.
Import it, use into the use create.
Yeah. Let's see, as he continues complaining, we will fix one by one. Route. Yeah, you can use that one. Router. Did I import the wrong one? Router. This is good. New is not public, probably. Yeah. Why now?
The hell?
Router. Okay, this is on the route. Yeah. This is also.
I guess new must be public as well.
And it seems that that's that. Now we have these renderers.
Nice.
Render. The question is where to put this stuff.
A directory route.
View or something like that. Oh.
Yeah.
What?
And then for every route you would have a separate file with all of it inside. Right, so I mean in Vue.js, for example, the components are self-contained, so they have template and logic in one file. So we could follow similar way and have one file for each route that contains render and then the input thing later. And
how to do it in Rust? I think it's like you need to create a mode RS in the routes.
Mode RS, yeah.
And in mode RS you need to, you can say now hello route, like hello. And then you need here like mode hello. Yeah, exactly. And there is settings, right? You can follow.
Yeah, let's focus on one.
Okay, so now we have this main RS renderer we can put in the route, like in the mod itself, I think. Maybe it's not even needed, yeah? Unnecessary qualifier, okay.
It's a thread. It's, I think by default everything is public in a thread. It's like interface.
Okay, good.
we need to use
Oh, okay.
import this guy, specify full path. Oh, I don't want to specify full path. Why cannot we use it? Route the route.
We can.
Use route render, yeah. Right.
And this renderer, we can move this like concrete stuff to the hello route we created, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And also this
That was
import
the
hello
idea.
renderer. I'll move to hello.
Refactoring. Remember to refactor your code, kids.
That's horrible. Never refactor if it works. Settings. Okay. Let's see how main is now tolerating this stuff. Hello renderer. Okay.
I mean, if it doesn't work, you don't refactor it. You pretty much
It works then.
rewrite it.
Yes. Why is he not hello renderer? Now it's public. Because this is probably only used in
Undeclared.
here?
Undeclared. Use
can we say like
undeclared hello renderer.
pub mode hello pub mode settings? Let's see. Maybe I'm just
Hello renderer.
doing nonsense here. Oh, now it's good.
Abstract. Yeah, hello renderer must be pub. Yeah.
And the new is also
Let's
pub.
clean up the code a little bit.
Settings renderer will suffer the same issue. Settings renderer needs to be pub as well. Let's
Nice.
see. And
So I got
new.
app. Maybe we
Okay.
can move app as well to a separate file.
What should we create? Something like app or model or
Pardon? What?
where to put it? Like in the model, like in the should we create new modules like app?
I don't know. Let me just do what? Ah, shit.
It already
It's
exists.
not that easy in this thing. Yeah. This. But
And probably pub it needs to be here as well.
specify full path.
Unless it's necessary. Okay, this is not
No,
necessary.
you're implementing thread, and in thread everything is public. Yeah.
Okay. Is running needs to be.
I don't know why, but my auto completion doesn't really work. But it's probably because of the code with me thingy.
For sure.
It's limited. All right. So now
Seems
we
to-
have a
I can run
nice
it.
and clean main file. Can you run it? That's a good question.
Yes, seems to work something.
It seemed to work, yeah. Noise. Okay,
Okay,
but
I
we
can-
still don't have the loop. I think next step, a great next capability would be to get the input, right? Because currently we have no input. So this would be, I mean, this would require to integrate Ratatouille and Crosster.
Okay.
So that's what I would do next.
Ratatouille, you say. This is like this terminal library. Ratatouille, Rust. It's less about food, it's more about technology. Okay.
Both are great.
And this cross term is some like a backend that does the hard work of rendering, I guess. Okay. Cargo add Ratatouille and cross term. Okay. Something change. Okay, good. Handling events.
What? I press something.
enable raw mode. So there is some boilerplate needed at the beginning and at the end.
I mean, I would encapsulate all of this in one file, one struct. I would call like terminal user interface or TUI.
Okay, let me create a new.
So what we have to do is we need to enter that kind of terminal view, because this will create a virtual terminal, and we need to enter this virtual terminal and exit it. So in the main.js, in the in the main RS, we have the main loop, right? So before the loop starts, we need to enter the terminal, and when the loop finishes, we want to exit the terminal. And what entering the terminal means is, like you already noticed, we need to have this terminal enable raw mode, and then we need to configure a cross term.
Okay.
And then when we exit, we need to disable raw mode and again
undo.
Configure this stuff. So I would start with creating a struct called TUI.
What's the convention in Rust? Like, is it? It's good. So what does this thing do? We need to give it some behavior. And TUI is needed in main, so I need to...
Yeah. So abstract TUI. I mean, I would configure the terminal from outside. And terminal would be... Did you add Ratatouille?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you did. And the cross term, right?
Yes.
So what I saw in the terminal, and what they do is they have this their own type, like pub type, and they call it like cross term terminal. And this is Ratatouille terminal. Wrong. It's supposed to be this one. And there is Ratatouille backend something, and there's like cross term backend, and now this is of IO standard error, like this. No, this should be a big one, like this, right? So they have this type
alias,
and what it does is you can do like this. Alias, yeah, exactly. That we know, alias. Okay. So
what could we do now?
Create a constructor for this guy that takes this cross term from outside. Although that is a philosophical question whether this terminal should be actually provided from outside, or can we, go an easy way and just fully put it inside without composition. But yeah, let's just make that like this.
Okay.
Shall.
Complaining?
So what would be the reason to configure it from the outside, actually? I don't think we need. I would just do this in the terminal. I mean, in this class, in the constructor. So, because I was wondering if we need to pass the terminal from outside, like this,
or just default it in. Like...
But I see no reason, because
yeah.
So
I think
what?
Yeah, you need to abstract this away. I think like. I would do it here. Like,
let's just do this now. So let backend is, and we need this Ratatouille terminal backend new. No, I backend new something. No, wait. Let me look.
You can look at the
cross term backend, and now you can go with new. And standard error. Yes, exactly. Something like this.
Okay.
So first of all, we need to return new with terminal, where terminal is
B.
backend,
like
right?
backend, yeah.
No. Ah, okay, so that's the backend. And now we can create terminal new, and now we need to give backend here like this, right? It doesn't work. File.
You can put up .let and then give it
Let
back.
terminal is this.
And this is
We
result.
need to
probably.
expect good
Mhm.
not init terminal.
Yeah.
And terminal. Perfect, like this, right? And why are you complaining? Associated function new is never, yeah,
It's not used.
will
Yeah.
be soon enough. It looks like we don't need this. Okay.
Custom terminal. Is this
Good.
used anywhere?
So now
It's
we
used here.
have this class that encapsulates the terminal. In the main
Tool.
arrays, I will just exactly create one instance of that thing. This will
There
be
is
our
term.
terminal user interface. And now I expect to have like TUI start or enter, right? And then at the end, we want to have like exit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to unpack it or just expect good not enter TUI and expect could not exit TUI for whatever reason, right? So these two functions we would need to implement them in TUI. So pub function enter and pub function exit. Oh, I don't need these, right? And they return nothing. But
That's
if they
fine.
return nothing, then we, yeah,
You don't
we
need
don't
this
need
expect.
anything here.
I mean, we can make them
Let's-
explode from there.
Yeah, exactly. There's one thing they in the Ratatouille documentation they propose to use a library called anyhow, like cargo add anyhow. This somehow simplifies this return result things, and yeah, that's what they propose to use. But let's try without any return statements here and see, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to expect here errors, then that doesn't matter really. Now the question is, why is it red? No method name found in struct TUI.
Enter.
I
Self.
can see two of these. Oh, yeah, you're right. Of course, yeah.
Otherwise, it's associated function.
Otherwise, it's kind of static without this. Okay. So now in the enter, what we want to do is we want to enable the raw mode. I'm not really sure what this raw mode does, but terminal enable.
I think it's allowing you to intercept like events
terminal
at the lowest level.
Enable raw mode. Ah, again, it's associated. But how does it know? Okay, because it's a cross-term terminal. All right. So here we want to enable, and here we want to disable raw mode. Right? But now it says what? Unused result error. Okay,
yeah, we can expect
could not enable raw mode. And that's one thing. Perfect. Why is it red? Okay, it's not. And then we want the cross term execute macro. What we do is we pass standard error and then enter alternate screen and enable mouse capture, right? And again, expect could not configure cross term, whatever. I never know if we should start with capital letter or not and use dot at the end or not.
Let's use lowercase maybe to save some space.
Right, so that's for enter, and in the exit we need to do the opposite. So disable.
Leave alternate scale screen.
It's always like 1 bit cheaper or something.
Yeah, exactly. Let's save some hard disk.
Exactly. Let's save some RAMs. So I would just copy this, paste it here, and do the enable, disable. Disable
Or leave alternate screen.
alternate. Oh, exit. What? Enter, leave, alternate. Yeah, and disable mouse capture. Okay, so we have enable. So we have the enter and exit. Now, one more thing. If we go back to main RS, in the main loop, something can happen in the loop that will crash the application, right? And if this happens, if the application panics, then we may leave the user with broken terminal because we enter it, we enter some alternative screen, enabled mouse capture, something, and if our application crashes and we won't clean up this virtual terminal, this alternate screen, then the user will end up with broken
Corrupted
terminal. They just need to reset it, restart it, and I'm not even sure if this helps. So yeah, so that's why there's a possibility to hook into the panic event and clean up the terminal if something happens then, right? One thing, do we need to use semicolon after expect? Because it seems to be optional.
No, it's I think it's void.
So first, void, avoid. So what we have to do is to get the hook first. So panic, hook, whatever is panic, take hook, right? So now we have the hook for panic. So when panic happens, we can react. And now what we do is can do the panic set hook. And now is the beautiful thing, which is boxed. I don't get this boxing stuff yet. We need to move all the parameters, which is the panic info, into a closure. And that's it. And now what we need to return is we need to return. What is this? Why it doesn't work? What do you want? This function takes 1 argument, but 0 arguments were supplied. Why are we saying this? Like
panic set hook.
We have panic set hook. We create a new box, and this thing takes a.
Do we need this?
Oh, now it's fine.
Oh, it works now, yeah.
What did you change?
I did nothing.
Yeah, but what did you change? Aha, okay, so it just doesn't matter. So first of all, we want to continue where the panic started. So we say hook, panic hook. No, we want to say, what do we want to say? We want to say hook, yeah. So hook, and that's a function actually. So like this. So what it does, we take the panic hook, and then we just execute the panic with the information that happens. So when our application crashes, this closure will receive panic information, and it will continue as usual. So this changes nothing pretty much, right? And now here we have a space to do our stuff.
I think this function
and what we have to do here is the exit.
I think that this hook stuff needs to happen before entering this row mode and all the stuff. This needs to be separate function that needs to be called first before enter, I think.
I mean, when we enter, we want to already set up the new hook. We can do this like so.
Because, for example, look, I'm looking at the documentation right now. And look now. So pretty much they are doing it like initializing before the entering row mode. And
Can you elaborate?
I think this needs to happen. You see this in initialize panic handler. They are calling it as the first thing
Oh,
in
you're
the
sharing
main.
something. Okay.
Yeah, take a look, please.
Unfortunately, the stream is not readable for me. So can you just explain what's written there, like in 2 words?
Yeah. So there's like a you can open documentation as well. So in the panic hooks in this Ratatouille, this like documentation, they are initializing this panic handler as the first thing, and after that, they are calling this enable row mode and enter alternate screen.
Okay, fine. We can move it 2 lines above.
Yeah.
If there's do they list why is it like so, or is just some code example?
It's
So
probably
no reason for it. So that doesn't matter. Now more important is what to do inside this hook. So we have this exit function. So in theory, we could just go on and say self exit. And now it's wrong. Why? Lifetime may not live long enough. Oh, it's even better. It's actually the exit doesn't require self. We don't need self. It can be like this, and we can then use self exit. Yeah. It doesn't have to be. It can be associated function because there's no state here.
Mhm.
And now here as well. Pretty much, we don't need this. Right, what it means is then that we actually can just use GUI, enter, like so. And here we can go with GUI exit. So. And if anything in between happens, then it will exit it. But yeah, okay, it makes sense because if something actually, let's say the terminal enable raw mode works and then configuration of cross term panics, then it obviously makes sense to make the hook, configure the hook beforehand so that we catch this panic and disable like exit everything.
Yeah, but this all
of
can
course
stay in
the exit
enter.
itself. Yeah, exit itself can fail as well, but yeah. Okay, so we are right now here. Let's see if this works. So this should enter and exit, and I don't know if we like. What can we see? I mean, I'm gonna press start. It's building, and no, it looks weird on my side. Finished exit 0, which seems that's fine. It worked.
Weird enough, I cannot see that.
Can you run it then? Yeah, I don't see your output either. Finished with code 0. Okay, that's fine. I mean, at least one step closer. Now what can be done is we want, what do we want? We have the terminal. This terminal now can catch events, can poll for keystrokes. Somewhere in their documentation, I saw that they've been using a channel.
Okay.
They use this multiple producer single consumer channel, and then you receive 2 variables. Like one is the sender, one is receiver, and the sender. Right, let me find this in the documentation. But actually, we don't need this. We don't need this. We actually actually, we don't need to start with the channel. We can just have polling implemented to look for events. And we could react directly on those events first, and then we can improve this. So somewhere in the documentation, what they did, they spawn extra thread just for the polling, which makes sense because we don't want to block anything here. And I believe this should happen on the enter. So once we enter, we are done with everything, and then we could found a polling thread, found a thread to poll or terminal input or terminal events, because this doesn't have to be input, right? So we could try. The thing is now, okay, let's create again a function. It doesn't have to be public. Function poll terminal events, something like this, okay? And a self poll terminal events, right? So we're gonna do like so. And now this will be tricky. So we spawn a new thread, just like that. And this thing takes a closure, which is just executed, right? So we need to move all the parameters, even though there is no parameters, but I think it will not like it if we don't use the move. I don't know, let's see, maybe without it works. And here now we have a loop, kind of infinite loop. And this loop then needs to look for events coming from terminal, right? So I think it's, let me look in the docs.
Yep.
There's like, they do match event read. Then there's expect could not read events like this. Perfect. Right. And now we've got all the events listed here. I would do like
Maybe
this.
we don't care for some of them, yeah.
Exactly. So I would do like
focus
this.
gain, we don't care.
And
focus loss, we don't care. Paste, we don't care. Resize, for now, not care.
Let's just stick to key, actually, right? Because everything else is not really important. So when we press the key, now we want something to happen, right?
Yeah.
So what would be great is, so when I press Q, I would like to exit the app, right? That would be nice. To do this, we need to... okay, so now that's the problem. I mean, not a problem, a challenge, because if we want to do this, then we need to have app instance here, right? And to have app instance here, we need to somehow pass it here. And there's I don't know if this is how it should be. I mean, let's start like so. Okay, let's just start like so. App, and we want we want mutable, actually, a mutable. Oh shit, this will be even more difficult, because if we pass mutable app here into TUI, why it doesn't work? Type mismatch, but found app.
You need to pass it as a mutable reference.
Yeah. Aha, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But if we do this here, then this will fail. And this will fail.
This should not, because like the mutable reference died here. So it should be fine to use it to have another mutable after that.
Oh, you're right, because these are yeah, you're right, because these are associated functions. This could actually work. Okay, so we pass the app here, we pass the app down here. Come on, like so, like so, like so. And now there is app. App has not, what do you have? There's like quit or something. Is running false. Okay. Is there a better way of doing that? We have, no, we don't have any.
No, we don't have
any function.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so we want to, now what? Oh yeah, because now we need to move it. Now we need to move it. No, what is this? Borrowed data escapes outside of associated function. App escapes the associated function body here. Damn.
App.
Rust is hard.
Borrow data escapes outside of associated function.
I don't even know what this means.
Let's check.
I don't know what it means. Borrowed data escapes outside of associated function. Oh, okay. I think the problem is that this is in a separate thread. So now the problem is, okay, I see. I guess we need to use channels to communicate.
Mutable?
Okay, let's do. It's that the thing is that this is a different thread, and this variable then is present in multiple threads at the same time. Which
there
means
are different tools to use,
that,
I think.
I mean, the borrow mechanism fails here because you could modify it into different threads, right? So what should happen here is we need to have a channel between threads to communicate, to make sure that everything is in check. So we need to use this sync library. Let me quickly look how it went. There was this. Let me go to main function right here. So that's TUI, that's routes, router. Okay, let's create channels. So let's have sender and receiver. And now this is standard sync. Standard sync. There was like multiple producer, single consumer, and there's a function channel. Okay, this creates a kind of a thread channel that allows to communicate and like send and receive messages. So multiple senders, that means that we can use this sender in multiple places, but there's just one receiver. Now the question is, this TUI guy needs sender, right? Because this TUI receives events from the terminal and then eventually sends converted events
to the channel,
to the receiver. So that means that on enter we actually need instance. On enter we actually need instance. Where's enter? Enter needs self, right? And in that case, in poll events, this must be as well self, like this. Poll events, create function poll events, create function poll. Am I retarded? Okay, now it works, right? And here we can say self sender. Oh, there's no sender, obviously. We need a sender, which is, what is a sender actually? It's a sender of something. Damn it.
What did it expect? Which type you want to send over the
payload?
It's maybe event, like, is there something like this? Cross-term event?
Yeah, maybe let's call it app event or something.
You mean like
or terminal event? Yeah.
To create some.
There is already event in cross-term.
You
let's
want to-
just use the terminal event, okay? And let's have
Alias for
here
it.
in terminal and YOLO, something like this first, okay? Or let's say keystroke. Key pressed. Yeah, let's say key, and then there is this key event from, right, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
That means that our terminal needs sender as well. But now we need sender to be here, which is sender of terminal event. Okay, sender, sender, sender. Why it doesn't work?
It takes a while probably through.
Missing field. Yeah, it just takes a while. Okay. And now in the main function, we have that with the sender, we do enter. On enter, what happens is we pull terminal events. Then we go here, we say sender.
Send or
Send.
you need to create the terminal
Now
event.
we need to send terminal event. Terminal event key with this. Then
this is key event.
Could not send.
Okay, this works.
Yeah, something like this. Let me just hit lower. Okay. So now what happens is the receiver will get the key. Now there's the documentation says that there are some tricks because depending on the system, some events are not sent or multiple events are sent, and so I think it was on Windows. On Windows, when you press a key, then actually two events are sent. One is pressed and the other one is released or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
So what they propose is to look only for pressed, because pressed is sent always everywhere. And
I think you can do it
quickly check how to actually do
like this. I think you can do it like this. If e.kind or key event kind press. I don't know if this is the most idiomatic way, but
this is nice. So this will only happen if this is correct. No. Borrowed data escapes outside of method self, escapes body here. I think we need to somehow, let's do like this, like sender is self sender. This maybe, I don't know.
It is because of this.
Yeah. No. Fucking clone this.
Maybe you can
It still doesn't
we
work.
can take a reference to it. Yeah, it takes a while for him to
move out of self-sender, which is behind shared reference. And now it says borrowed escapes. No, because it's still borrowed stuff. I would clone it to not borrow it, but I don't understand why it doesn't want to clone it.
What is this sender? It's like a sender of terminal event.
Oh, it actually works now, right?
With clone, it works always.
Yeah, so the idea is that, I don't know, I don't understand exactly how it works, but apparently inside these threads, inside these closures, you cannot move the ownership. So if you clone it, then actually it will take the whole thing, which is fine because the sender exists only in this function. But self exists outside of this function as well, and then this would, I don't know, it's not possible to borrow it in a separate thread. I don't know. This is complicated stuff.
It's because of this. Do we need this move? Like, what happens if we don't?
Yeah, we do.
Closure may outlive the current function by the borrow sender, which is owned by the current function. Okay. What if I do it like this?
Yeah. So if from how I understand this is when you have a closure, you need to move the ownership of every parameter you pass to it.
You mean like of the things it captures, like?
Yeah, exactly. So it captures the sender. So we move the ownership from poll terminal events into this closure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can put some to do here because this cloning is not a great thing to do.
Yeah, most certainly.
Okay.
Okay, so now we send stuff. We send whatever is pressed, the sender will receive terminal event. Now we need to go back to main.js, main RS, and nothing works here.
Damn it.
So terminal event is private. Let's make this public enum. Okay, so this is done. Now we have the receiver. Where do we want to receive the events? In the handle input, router handle input. I would do this in the router handle input. Right, because that's where we actually want to handle it. So the router takes new routes, and I would say it takes receiver as well. That means router has receiver of terminal event, and we want to return receiver like this, and router needs receiver, which is receiver of terminal event. Okay, so now the router has the receiver, and in the handle input here we could do self receiver receive what is this? This is terminal event receive error. I think I need to look into documentation again. So how do we receive this thing? It's a result, so we need to kind of expect something, then let event is. Does it work? Seems like it. Okay.
Yep.
And what do we say here? Like, could not read terminal event. And now can we match this event? Yes, we can. Okay. Hello. Like this. Wait, this is. Oh yeah, because there's just one event right now, so that's why it's so simple, right? But let's do this anyway. We will add some more key event. But now we need to somehow like key code. I don't know how to do this. Match? Can I do match? Match e code.
What is key code? It's some key code.
What is this key code anyway?
Key code is it's some enum, so it can be.
Add remaining patterns. Okay. Oof, but there's a lot. Backspace, right key, up, down, keep that it as an F null. Pause menu. Okay, let's do escape. I don't know about the keys. Let's just do escape. So when I press escape, then I want to exit. Oh, and then we need all others as well, right? So
I think you can if we only you can do it so.
We don't need this right now. Tell me.
I mean, if you're, for example, if you're interested in one team, I think with Rust you can say.
What was your idea?
If let, how is it called? Key code escape equals e.code. Then you can do something. For example.
Yeah, but we don't need the match then, right? You're right. Yeah, you can remove it. We don't need the match in this case. That's correct as well.
Yeah, and then you have this app.
We wrote so much, I doubt that the compiler will let us through.
If it doesn't, I will uninstall it and install a new one.
Are you doing something right now?
No. I mean, I just changed this part.
Excuse me. Are you doing something right now, or what?
I changed this part, not anymore like it.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna play. Then try and run it. Let's see if it works. I doubt, honestly. Oh shit! It worked. Escape. Does escape work? Did escape work? Yes, escape worked. Okay, good.
No, it didn't.
Nice. So it prints a lot of hello world. It prints a lot of hello world, but the escape works, which is nice.
Did it work? Actually, let's repeat it because I pressed the.
Oh, you're right. That's 137. That's Sikil.
I killed
it. Okay.
So the question is, why it didn't work? Let me rerun it.
Try again.
Is he printing anything? Okay, and then I press escape. I pressed it, but he didn't react to it.
You press escape and it doesn't work?
Okay, it worked, seems. The thing is, like, I will do it in the regular terminal, because in IntelliJ, if you press escape symbol, it goes to editor, like.
I think that your voice you're doing is.
Oh, it works. It's fine.
Can you show that it works? Because I'm not sure if the stream and the voice is synchronized, because what you're saying doesn't exactly reference what I see.
Okay, let me run it. Now I'm in the terminal, like, can you see it?
Talk to me, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just running here the application in the terminal. And I will press escape now, and it stopped. Like, it looks fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay, as we have probably the issues with
I think I have like a few seconds
delay. Maybe we can stop
between what
stop the stream right now.
What's happening?
Maybe it was enough for now. We can do another round of streaming.
Yeah.
I would propose.
Yeah. So just to recap what happened is we managed to implement actual input from terminal to the application, and now we can react on users' keystrokes, which is great. And then the next step would be to do the view part, so implement the renderers using Ratatouille.
Yep.
Nice. But yeah, I think we need to stop the stream because the sound delay is unbearable.
All right. See you. Thank you.
It could be that someone's CPU just burned. Yeah. Thanks, mate.